Welcome back to the roundhouse.
Guys, today the question is, how do you install large light switch boxes in Earthbags? Alright friends, we are at the hardware store today. We are at light switch height. Can you believe it?
Yes.
It's crazy. So we walked around the house this morning. We made a sort of kind of plan. It's still flexible, so we're going to be buying all the different gang light switch boxes that we need. We're going to get a few extra just in case we change our minds.
We're actually not getting all of them because some of them are in framed walls, but we'll go over that later.
Right. We only need to worry about what goes in the Earthbag wall. We can worry about frame stuff later.
It's true.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah. We honored our normal place.
I know.
It's weird, right?
Yeah. I don't like it.
Well, Home Depot is closer, so
It's too orange.
we got to get back and work on the house. I think it's just because it's so long. Like if you just nailed it into one stud, it's so big it might need extra support.
Yeah, this probably extends to the other stud.
Okay, so technically we need 2 of those, so I think we should get a few extra.
1 extra.
Just 1? 4 3 gangs. Which are these guys.
I think we should get 2 extra.
And then, where's the 2 gang? So these are all 2.
How many do we need of those?
We need 8, and it looks like they only have 8. 2, 4, 6, 7. There's a box. Maybe we can open it. Three extra?
Let's do 4 extra.
Really? It's a lot of outlet boxes.
Yep.
Light switch boxes. Same thing.
We need to get work gloves.
Work gloves.
All of ours have holes. Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
Such a mess.
Good morning. We just got our first shipment of Finn dog supplements, so we're excited to try these out. Today's video is sponsored by Finn. Here we have all of our dogs' food portioned out, so we're gonna add some toppers and see how they like them. We're gonna start with Pumpkin Plus. Pumpkin Plus is only made of 5 ingredients. It has pumpkin, apple, sweet potato, miscanthus grass, and blueberries. So this is really great for digestive health for your dog. It helps prevent loose stools and helps with constipation. So I don't know about you, but our dogs get into a lot of things that they shouldn't. So by adding this to their food, I'm really hoping that they have more regular poops. Next up, we're going to be adding bone broth. Now this says it's good for vitality and energy, so I'm wondering if we should not give it to Ocho because that dog has a lot of energy already. So maybe we just skip his? Nah, he gets the goods. Okay, so this is Cloud. He's our old man, and we've noticed that sometimes when he runs he has a little bit of a limp. And our vet said it might be his knee joint, so we're going to be adding hip and joint to his. Maybe he could just eat it now though. Do you want it now? He's very cautious. Okay, so old man gets hip and joint, and then the doodles. If you have a doodle, you know that they have some skin problems occasionally and like to itch. So we're really hoping that the skin and coat helps with our doodles itching. I think it will. They love it, so we're adding it to their food. And lastly, we're going to add just a little bit of water to make this into more of a paste so it's not so dry for the dogs. So just a little water, mix it around, they're going to love it. Finn is dedicated to boost all dogs' happiness and health with their top-of-the-line supplements. Here on our homestead, we do our best to support all our animals' health to the best of our abilities. And we're excited to add Finn to the mix. If you'd like to try Finn, go to the link in our description of the video or scan this QR code to get 15% off your first order from Finn. Use the code TinyShinyHome15 to save today. He's like, okay, are we done? Are we done? Good morning from the Airstream. Today I'm doing a couple experiments with some basic bread dough, so I thought I'd take you along. This is my basic bread recipe. It's very simple. I'll put the ingredients on the screen, but we're going to make some basic bread, but also I'm going to see what else this dough can do. Okay, we have the two doughs portioned out. We're going to do two different things, but before we get started on that, I'm going to make up another batch for the next day. So it's really easy. You just put all the ingredients in there, mix it, cover it, and forget it. Now that we have the new dough sitting, waiting till tomorrow, we are going to experiment these. First, I'm going to use this leftover cinnamon sugar mixture that I made. It's got molasses in it, homemade brown sugar and cinnamon. And we're just going to mix it in with the dough and bake a loaf for a friend. This loaf is going to be for a friend. It's got the cinnamon and sugar mixture in it. I'm gonna see if this dough can make bagels. If it can, game changer, but we'll see. I don't know. bagels and the bread are still in the oven, just a little bit longer. I had 2 little rolls left, so I just pan fried them and put a little bit of that cinnamon sugar mixture on top. It was very good, tasted like French toast. It's good. I invented something. So the only thing left to do is to clean up and wait on the bagels and bread to be done. Well, they're done and it's not pretty, but let's just see how they taste. It's chewy.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as like crispy on the outside, but that's the RV oven.
That's okay.
It's still good. I like it.
I think Gotcha wants some. All right, we're gonna go through each lighting switch situation and we're gonna talk about it. Yes?
Sure.
So front door, that's where it all starts, right?
Mm-hmm.
You come in the door, you wanna turn the lights on.
Now, the first thing that we need to know is what way is our front door opening?
Pretend you're gonna walk in the front door. Which way does it open?
This way, because there's a reason. First, when the door opens, you want to see all of that living room. And second, there will be a wall here on this side. So it just makes sense to open it this way and then reach over here and turn something on.
Yeah, so obviously this has got a lot of gangs, as we call them. Why are there so many gangs? What are we wanting to flip on and off when we come in the front door?
When you come in the front door, typically you would want overhead lighting to come on, right?
Yep.
Maybe a fan?
Yep.
Maybe an exterior light?
Maybe.
Maybe some mood lighting.
Okay.
Which is what we want. All 4 things.
Okay, so that's why the front door has a 4-gang box.
Mm-hmm.
Here's where things get fun because this is huge and we have very thick dirt walls. We're gonna have to figure out how in the world we're gonna mount this thing in a way where we can still get the wires back into it and up into the ceiling to go to the lights and the fans and the switches and
confusing.
all that stuff. So that is the goal today. We're gonna come back to how we do this. Let's just go through each individual
doorway and room.
Switch, yeah, and like what it's going to be, and then we'll figure out how to install it. So, living room, front door, 4 gangs. Do you want to ride on it? We should ride on it.
So overhead lighting, then fan.
Fan light.
Then,
or no, fan by
then
itself.
mood.
Yeah.
And then 4 will be exterior.
Now, is our fan going to have its own light?
No.
No? Okay, just a fan. Look at that, we're making decisions. All right, let's go to the back door.
Back door.
Back door is going to open out. Same problem. Lots of switches. So we're going to do an exterior light for out here, or a few exterior lights. And then we'll do dining room light. So where the dining room table is right here, we're going to be able to flip a light on that's over the dining room table. And then we'll do multi-way switches so that we can turn the fan and the overhead lights on in the living room from this side too. Because like, you know, say you come in the back way one night for some reason. I don't know. You want to flip the lights on from this way and not from the front door.
Question.
Uh-oh.
Exterior lighting. I was just planning, this was like the exterior light by the door. But what about our outdoor kitchen? Is it going to turn everything on?
I think it'll just turn it all on. I don't think we need to overcomplicate it.
Do we need to know order? Should it be the same as that?
Yes. For our sanity.
1 was overhead. 2.
What was the fan? You want me to go look? Hold on.
Yeah. I think it's going to be different because this one's not going to have the mood lighting.
That'll be the dining room.
Which one was?
1 is fan. Oh, no, sorry. 1 is overhead. 2 is fan. 3 is dining room. Which, let's face it, is also mood lighting.
Yeah.
And number 4 is
exterior.
the exterior.
Got it. On to the next. Now, we do have a kitchen here, But the framed wall is going to be turning the light on for the overhead kitchen light, so we don't need to worry about that. He's sunbathing.
So right over here is going to be the continuation of the kitchen, right? You're going to have a big oven and stove and then some kind of fireplace heating thing. And then this will be our exterior door out to the courtyard.
Yeah.
So we want to have lights out in the courtyard, but we also want to have lights in the hallway that we turn on at the end of the hallway.
Well, this is also the hallway to all the bedrooms. So if we're all in the living room and we want to turn the lights off and go to bed, it'd be great to have a way to turn off all the lights here.
Yep. So 4 more gangs.
So we don't know the...
Here's what we'll do. We'll do the same order. Overhead is always first.
1.
Yeah.
Overhead. 2 is fan. Wait, we're not doing the fan.
Yeah.
So 2 would be mood.
Yeah. I mean, that
Mood lighting for the...
That kind of breaks our thing. Maybe we should do 2 for the hallway. I think we should do 2 for the hallway.
I already wrote mood on it. Okay, 2 is hallway.
3 is mood.
3, mood.
And 4 is exterior.
4. Now, typically, when you have an exterior door, you would have a switch next to the door. But this is like so close. It's going to be on this side.
Yeah, we're going to get to that in a minute and explain why.
We're just going to set it here.
Yeah, I was going to say for now, just put it next to the door.
No, I'm going to set it right here. Fine. But it's not going there. Here we are in the bathroom.
Well, no, we're not in the bathroom. Let's go in the bathroom.
Almost to the bathroom. We'll go in the door of the bathroom. Welcome to the bathroom. All right, we just opened the door this way. Mm-hmm. We want to turn on a switch right here.
So imagine in the bathroom, you're going to come in the door, there's a vanity here with 2 sinks and a mirror. And then a little further down, you got a toilet. And then back in the corner, you got a shower, right? So in the bathroom, we're going to have overhead lights.
Number 1,
overhead lights. Number 2, the vent fan, because we want to make sure when we're getting showers that we're venting all that moist air out. I said moist, sorry. We've got lights that are going to be over the vanity, right? So we're going to have those separate in case you need an extra boost.
Mood lighting.
So that's going to go right here when you walk in the door. All right, guys, we got a cow train over in the front gate, and all the dogs are freaking out.
Okay, so we're coming into the mudroom, laundry room, dog wash area.
Obviously, we have overhead lights for this area. You would walk in to do laundry or to bring in your food in or whatever. But this does have a dog washing station in it.
So maybe we need a vent.
I think we might need a vent in here, yeah. So that'll be switch number 2. And then we're also, gosh, the dogs are freaking out. We're also going to have a vent that pulls air into the bathroom.
So we need 3 switches.
I can't even think.
Long story short, we need 3 switches. Number 1 is going to be overhead. Anybody want dogs? Number 2 is going to be vent for dog wash. I'm just going to write vent dog.
Okay.
And number 3 was going to be, can I put vent fan?
Sure.
Oh my gosh.
Make it stop.
Okay, next one. So we're still in the mudroom, but there is an exterior door here on the mudroom. So we want to be able to turn the lights off in the mudroom, the overhead lights, and we want to be able to turn on exterior lights. So we need 2 gangs. 1, overhead. Good luck reading this. Number 2, exterior.
Yep.
Okay, we magically came into Ada's room, which is right by the mudroom. So when she comes in her door that opens this way, we would like a switch here. So she needs overhead lighting and a fan. Is that it?
That's it.
Overhead and fan.
Yep.
Now repeat that 3 more times.
Yep. All the kids' bedrooms are going to have the same switch situation. So I'm going to grab a few more of these.
Overhead fan.
Huh?
Bedroom number 2. Bedroom number 3. Last bedroom. This is Jet's bedroom. Number 1, overhead. 2 is fan. Now we need to go into the hallway so that we can go into our bedroom room. Okay, we've made it to the end of the hallway. We need to be able to turn off those hallway lights.
Right. So
single switch.
At the end of the hallway, there's going to be a big framed wall. that goes from this wall, and we'll have a door that goes into our bedroom. So we figure, let's use the framed wall, right? It makes it way simpler. So we'll just have a switch either, I don't know, which side do you want it on?
I don't know.
It doesn't really matter right now because we don't have a framed wall.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a single gang light switch here. So we can,
I'll just put it here for now.
It'll be, is it two-way? So you can either flip it on this side or on that side and it'll go on and off. Yeah.
Did we mention that these are all going to be push buttons? Because I'm very excited about my push buttons.
Sorry, I meant you can push the button.
Not switches.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, now let's go into our room. So when you come in the door, you're going to want to turn on the bedroom lights.
Sure.
Maybe the bedroom fan.
Yeah.
Maybe the mood lighting over the bed.
Yeah. So we're going to, I think, stick with the frame here as well. We'll do it in the framed wall.
1, overhead.
Overheads, yeah.
2, fan.
Yep.
3, mood.
That'll get the overhead stuff. I don't think we need to worry about the bathroom because that'll all be a framed wall, and that'll have its own switches.
Yes. But we do need to move to our exterior doors.
Yes.
We're in our bedroom. This is our exterior door to the courtyard. The door is going to open out to the right. So what do we need to turn on and off here?
Well, we're going to have exterior lights outside that we want to turn on. So that'll be one switch. And then I think we'll just have a way to turn the overhead lights on from this area too.
Next door is to our privacy area.
And this is just one exterior light.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So a single one?
One single light.
We need to figure out the smartest way to install each of these switch boxes.
So in some places, like this front door, we're actually going to be building a cabinet with storage and charging right here at the front door. So it's going to be about, watch out, this wide. Don't fall. It's going to be about this wide and come out just a little bit.
Yeah.
So there'll be like a little area where you can charge your phone or put your keys. 2 reasons for that. Ease of light switch, but also we have a water outlet on the outside.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure we have
run it down from the ceiling.
We want to make sure we have access to not only the water, but an easy way to do the switches.
So it's going to go all the way to the ceiling, right?
Yeah, but it's going to be narrow.
Yeah.
So switches are being moved to this side.
So this one we don't have to worry about.
Nope. Here we are at the back door where our light switches are. And I'm going to be building a cabinet here because we have propane that comes in down here. And we'll just like match it, make it look the same.
Because we're designing it smartly.
Yep.
Smartly?
On to the next one.
I think smartly is a word. Doesn't make me sound very smart.
That's true.
Beginning of the hallway, kitchen, pantry area. We'll have a framed pantry that's like right here. So we could just put it, 3 feet away from...
And it makes more sense for this space and for the hallway to be right here.
So we're going to put it in a framed wall so we don't need to worry about this one.
Okay, so...
Don't throw it.
No, they're expensive. I'm not really going to throw it.
Bathroom, kids' rooms, everything, mudroom over here. This is going to have to be in the Earthbag wall.
So here is the tricky part with a box like this. With a single gang, it's not too bad. You saw with our lower outlets, we set them all horizontally like this. We popped up in the tab here, and so because you're laying the bag over it, there's a little bit of space here. You can still fish the wire back through and pull it in and wire it up. That's not too bad, but when you start to get to something like this, now you have a whole lot more wires that need to come in and out. You've got at least 1 or 2 series of 3 wires, hot, neutral, and ground, coming in to power the switch, and then you're going to, connect it to the actual switches, and then it has to go back out. And for a switch, that's all happening from course 13 up. So we spent a bunch of time looking at this, trying to figure out the best way to do it. 2 and 3 and 4 gangs get really complicated. So you saw for the 4 gangs, we decided to put all those in framed walls just to simplify our lives. But because of that, we had to think through how you do this so you can still get access to this and bring all these wires in and out. So here's what we're doing. this is our prototype. This is a 2-gang that has been set in here onto a cleat. We have drilled a hole in the top. We've got a 1-inch terminal adapter and then 1-inch PVC. It's going to go all the way up to the ceiling. Now this isn't going to stay in here because we're going to have to lay bags all the way up and then actually notch out for this and put it in later when we get up to ceiling height. It won't be too bad to notch out. It'll kind of be a pain, but that'll make sure that the front of this plastered area isn't going to be sticking out. This pipe will be inset back in. Now the only tricky part is it leaves this big cavity sort of behind it. Thankfully we had some 12-inch bags from Volm, so we laid this cute little 12-inch bag. It's basically the perfect size to fit behind this outlet here, and then we'll run the 16-inch right up to there, and then we'll run 16-inch all the way across the rest of the way up. So I think this is going to work. I think it'll be good, and this will make it so much easier to pull down a large bundle of wire straight down into this box than trying to fish it behind it the whole time. So that's what we're going to do. We have a bunch of 2 and 3 gangs over on this hallway wall, so we're going to get to it. So you'll also notice we're doing all of these vertically. Well, technically it's horizontal. So we're trying to match the outlets. All the outlets are horizontal, so that means the plate is going to go across this way. We're doing push buttons and toggle faders, so it shouldn't look weird, but this is going to give us our best chance of installing it to make it work. Otherwise we have to build a cleat that's like sideways, and you have to nail it, and it's like a whole thing. We don't have that kind of space with the Earthbag, so this way is going to work better. So that means we're going to go through the top, right through this center part, and put the adapter in. So the first tricky part is we want as much of this coming off of this plywood as possible so the plywood doesn't stick out further than the bag. So get it right near the edge there. Just tap it in a little. I want to overdo it in case I need to move it later. And then we're coming 6 inches from the doorway. So there. And then the other weird part is this is a circle wall, right? It's hard to tell, but this is slightly curved. And so we want to try to match the curve. We want this to stick out past the wall, but the plywood not to stick out past the wall. Did I say past the wall?
Yeah.
Past the wall. You knew what I meant. Now we want this to be level and plumb, which I can tell it's definitely not. Way off. So the left side of it needs to come up, and then the front of it needs to come out, which that's okay because as we lay this bag behind it, we can push it out a little bit and adjust it, but we would definitely want to get it left and right. Add a little shim. So now I got to get a nail in here to hold it and make sure it doesn't go flying. Probably what I should do is put a second thing in there so it doesn't turn. Definitely a little fiddly. The most important thing is we get it left and right, which it is, and it's locked in, but you can see it's leaning back. So what we'll do when we lay that 12-inch bag behind it is we'll just make sure we add a little pressure there and push it up until it's plumb and looks good. That's easy to do with the bag. You got a little wiggle room there. So now we just got to do this 6 more times. Get these ready, and then we'll lay the little earth bags. So these are 12-inch hyperadobe bags. We have never used these before, somehow, believe it or not. We've had them here in stock, and a lot of people have bought them from us for different projects. We've just never had a use for them. So yeah, this one's actually, we didn't cut it quite long enough, but that's the size of it. That's what it looks like, and it's going to tamp out to just about the perfect space. What we need to do is keep something on this